Welcome back to another edition of the Triple Threat Podcast.
Triple. Actually, triple. This is amazing. This is the first time in like 5 weeks all three of us are in a room together.
We've been mad ESPN-ish.
My bad, last week I had to slay a couple dragons.
My
Get
bad.
the world back in order.
About 2 weeks ago, I went to WrestleMania to see a surprisingly great WrestleMania.
2 weeks ago, I was
You should
there.
apologize just last week.
I did. I apologize again.
Don't apologize when I
Apologies
apologize. You ruined my
are in
apology.
order.
Good.
Y'all
Just
ready
like the NFL draft ruined the NBA playoff audience.
No, it didn't. They played when the Bucks was playing. Like, what do you want?
I want playoff games
No.
to outrate the NFL.
No.
We'll talk about this on my favorite segment, Robbing the Fool.
Talking about the playoffs. Clippers eliminated early again. I read an interesting stat this morning that this is the 5th straight postseason that they've had a lead and lost in the postseason. So, how do you think the Clippers should handle Chris Paul and Blake Griffin's upcoming free agency this summer, as they both will be free agents?
You want to take this one?
I love to take this. Chris Paul, certified Hall of Famer in my opinion.
Certified already?
Yeah, so already. It's no doubt. They need to blow this up. They need to blow up this team because this team isn't going to win. But it's kind of a moot point because the Warriors kind of got the West on lock for the next, 6 years. There's just, no way any other team has a shot. But in spite of that, the Clippers aren't even making it to the conference finals. If we want to match talent for talent on paper, they should definitely be one of the top 3 teams in the West.
I completely agree.
And they continuously underperform in the playoffs. And you could cry injuries, but injuries are a part of the game.
They're
and
the
if
Los Angeles Dodgers of the NBA.
but they're both in LA. But the Clippers, if you're gonna use injuries as an excuse, you have to work around injury prone. Injury prone is a status that you have to look at.
To me,
and Blake Griffin is definitely injury prone.
Injuries isn't an
Fact.
excuse to me because, first of all,
It's not.
the Warriors lost Kevin Durant and they still were okay. Now they had Steph Curry, but
Yeah, the best player in the
it completely changes the dynamic. You said what?
That's not a good.
It is because it changed the
It's just
dynamic of the entire.
You lost
It ain't
one
they fault
superstar.
that
We
they-
have 37 more.
What
on the
37
roster.
other super? They got one more superstar.
With the Kevin Love loss and LeBron and the Cleveland making it to the finals.
Yeah, that too.
That's huge.
That too. So
Or
I
the
mean,
Giants, being the most injured team on the.
my point is that they're not the only team that suffered major injury losses.
They're not.
No, that's why I don't use injuries. as an
That's what I'm
excuse.
saying. You can't. Injuries is like it happens. It's the NBA.
But see, the thing wrong with the Clippers is this happens year after year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they've not yet learned to build a team that can withstand one of these injuries.
True.
Chris Paul gets hurt, they fall
It's
off. Blake Griffin gets hurt, they fall off. Like, that's the problem with this core. It's like you should build a team knowing that these guys can possibly get injured that can maintain something without them. And they haven't done that. So I personally think they should Blake Griffin is a free agent this
Both
upcoming year, right?
both of them.
I would keep Chris Paul. Chris Paul is
Chris
a
Paul's a
commodity
point
that I would never let go because Chris Paul is Chris Paul. He has that effect on whatever team he's on, and I feel like he has a crazy effect on any team. He makes them winners.
That's
based on his whole drive and the way he plays the game.
and he has
Blake Griffin.
He has that ability to a fault though.
What do you mean by
That
fault?
he can make people better. So
To a fault.
to a fault, they feel like they can put anybody around him and he'll make them better.
Oh, I
they,
understand.
They don't try to put real talent around him because it's like
No, that's not.
Well,
The thing is, so much money is tied up into their core
I understand that. But
that
they had a chance to swap Carmelo Anthony for Blake Griffin straight up.
that's a trade. You would make?
Hindsight being 2020.
You would make that trade.
Yes, they have a better
not
chance to win
100%
with
I
them.
think that trade.
Would they have
don't
not-
fit with
Does Blake Griffin fit?
Yes, he does.
Really? You sure?
He fit.
How many
See,
Western
all right.
Conference Finals have they made with him?
Before, Blake Griffin fitted with the Lob City format.
Yeah.
He was
makes sense.
he was the fast four that would beat every other four down the court, every other possible person who could block his shot, besides LeBron, Durant, and Paul George type guys, down court and dunk on them.
Melo's less injury prone.
Now one of the reasons I would let Blake Griffin go is he's not as high flying. He's not as fast down court. He's had those injuries. He's no longer that. Lob City is no longer Lob City except with Drake.
Was it Lob City 3 months ago?
It hasn't been Lob City for some amount
So
of years.
so you're letting Blake Griffin go when you could have gotten Melo.
The thing about it is, right? The thing about
For 2 more
Melo,
years.
the thing about Melo is getting him at. If I get Melo at the beginning of the year, I would take Melo. I cannot take Melo in the middle of the year because the way Melo is used to playing, he's gonna stop the ball on whatever team he's on.
He's not athletic enough to play on the Clippers.
But you guys don't think
I don't believe
that Chris Paul wouldn't be one of those people that could make Melo change?
Not at the end of the year to the playoffs.
Chris Paul's clearly going to be the point handler.
I feel like if he
in
comes
that
if he comes in the offseason and he works with the team, he'll see what they're doing. And Chris Paul is the type of guy who's going to hammer that in. If you get him now, I believe your team is going to be a problem in next season. But if they would have got him mid to the end of the season, they wouldn't have been.
They wouldn't have gotten past Utah Jazz.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think they would have.
Because
They would have gotten past with him if Blake Griffin played.
Who wouldn't have got past the Utah Jazz?
I think the Clippers would have with Melo.
With Melo,
instead of Blake Griffin.
I don't believe it would have been that much of a difference.
I think so. Well, I mean, there's no Blake.
It's not
for the last
it's
3
not
games.
the stars. It's the other players. The other players aren't like the other.
that's
They
true,
have
too.
They're
a
not stepping
perennial
up, like-
6th man of the year candidate on that team.
But
And he didn't
was
show up.
terrible in the
He didn't
last,
show
like,
up.
2 games.
I know, Crawdad, you my guy, but
He was
He
terrible.
didn't show up.
But
And
then
then
they
Austin-
paying Paul
Austin-
Pierce and
Austin
and then Paul
Wow.
Pierce on top of that.
Austin
which,
Rivers didn't
I don't
show
even know
up.
why they keep
JJ
playing.
Redick didn't show up. All those guys didn't come
Well,
to
yeah,
play in the
Austin
postseason.
Rivers showed up.
Yeah, he should have
to the last 2 games.
Well, I mean, Chris
He
Paul
was hurt for 2 of the games too.
Unavailable.
But the best ability is availability.
He's unavailable.
That's
so he
why
can't
I
do
said
nothing.
Carmelo
Not necessarily
Anthony
true.
would-
Some people make their team better by not playing.
Brandon Jennings.
Yeah. I heard the Celtics stop not giving the opposing team hot water in the showers. It's all cold.
I mean, they didn't deserve hot water. They played like they were cold.
They
anyway,
played like they
so
were
it
cold.
shouldn't have bothered them.
Your team. I'm sorry. Rajon Rondo was a huge loss.
Yeah,
If
I
Rajon
know.
Rondo would have said, they would have won that
No,
series.
they would have. I think they could have possibly won that in 5 if Rajon would have been
Would
there.
have said, yeah, they gave
He
up.
was killing them.
Rajon not being there was a spark.
This is crazy.
Plug, yeah.
Because he was playing defense on Isaiah Thomas. Not to mention Isaiah was going through what he was going through.
A huge ordeal.
But that was big.
And yesterday he had the tooth game.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. I truly expect them to meet Cleveland in the
I
conference
really
finals.
truly expect them to have a mouthpiece in the next game.
Yeah, have one. Come on.
Where your mouth guards, people.
Wow.
But
Smile
me,
was incomplete.
I would handle the free agency. I wouldn't. Number one, Blake Griffin wouldn't get max money from me.
He can't anymore.
He can't. Yeah, he shouldn't demand it because he's not.
Oh, he'll demand.
No,
He shouldn't.
He'll get it from. He'll
You
get it
shouldn't
from.
expect it.
He'll get it from a losing team.
He'll get it from
I
a small
guarantee you,
market squad.
if he come to the Brooklyn Nets and say, "Yo, I want to play for y'all," they're gonna give him a max
money,
contract.
no doubt.
But if I'm the Clippers, I can't give you a max contract because you have not been available for me.
My thing about that is if you go to the Brooklyn Nets, you pretty much telling the world you don't want to win a championship.
You want money.
just want money.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless you get another guy to go with you. Unless
If
it's
you-
like,
it's-
yo,
you can
Blake,
say that for any
Paul,
other-
we going there together, Paul George and Blake Griffin. Then it's like, all right, they trying to do something with this team.
Should Blake Griffin
except Paul George
just
not going to
stay in the
Clippers.
same
They
spot
said he
and
going-
switch
They
uniforms?
said he going to another hole in the earth.
LA is one of
Yeah.
the biggest markets ever.
So he doesn't want a ring and he doesn't want max money. He wants
There's
neither.
basically only 4 places you can go if you want a ring. If we're gonna be honest.
Not really. There's a couple.
There's only 2
like
places.
to me
if you wanna
personally,
be honest.
if the
And
right,
you can't
if
go
the
any
right
of those.
players go to the Bucks, I think the Bucks would be a problem for any championship contender.
Well, Giannis is nice.
Yeah, and Thon to me, I keep telling
Thon
people
Maker?
Thon Maker is gonna be an issue because the
7
way
foot
he
guard.
came up dribbling like
Like
Playing
how he was
like
playing
Giannis.
overseas. Like he's playing overseas.
yeah,
That's,
he came up playing like Giannis.
that's
and
the
they're trying to
issue
make him
Jason
into a
Kidd made
center.
with him. They tried to make him into a center.
If they give him,
He's a ball handler.
if they give him that off the bench, I would make him the off the bench Giannis. That's what I
Yeah.
would do. 2 7-foot guards. Who you gonna put on me? You gonna put your big on me? Going around them.
That's why I
You
wanted
put your
to-
small on
I wanted
me?
to see
I'm
that
posting
matchup in
them.
the second round too. More than the Raptors and Cavs because we all know how that's gonna go.
Yeah, the Cavs-
Well,
Raptors-
there's an
Raptors.
expert out there that is predicting the Raptors to win, but I
Yeah,
don't see
bet.
it.
Who's this expert?
I'm not gonna name drop here, but there's
Oh,
it's somebody out
You
there in
shouldn't
the
because
interwebs.
He would probably lose
terrible.
his job.
Yeah,
he's
horrible.
terrible. No,
But nah. This is gonna be Cleveland in 5. I say maybe.
Nah,
6.
I'd like 6. I like 6.
I give them. Honestly, I believe 5, but I'm not surprised with 6.
Well, all right, game 3, the Raptors gonna win.
4. They're gonna win. When
Nah,
it's
I think if it's 3-0,
Then they
Cleveland sweep. Yeah.
Nah, I believe that's when one of them two guys are gonna go off, trying to It's gonna be 4 or 5. I mean 5 or 6.
They're gonna come out to their theme song.
What's
Bernie is a
So what's the-
dinosaur
what-
from
LeBron
our
gonna score 90.
imagination.
what's the best first round matchup then?
First round
The one that just
I mean,
passed.
yeah, nah.
or the
my
best
bad.
second round
Best
matchup?
second round matchup.
Spurs Rockets.
Think
That's
so?
gonna be the best one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it.
The other, I mean, Golden State's gonna blow out
Either that or
Utah.
the Wizards and Celtics.
That's gonna be the best one.
Why not?
The way
I
the
think that's
first
gonna
game.
go 7 games.
Nah, the way the first game
If
planned out,
Morgan-
it didn't even look
if
like
Morris is out, then I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah.
be
Yeah, he
good.
says he's playing next game though.
Oh, so yeah.
the Rockets and
Rockets
the
and
Spurs.
Spurs.
They're the two best. They're the two of the three best teams in the league.
Harden versus Leonard, like that's just.
It's gonna be huge.
I mean,
It's
Wall.
gonna be a lot of block shots.
Wall, Boston,
And-
Wall versus
And then the Spurs are not gonna fall for the garbage basketball that the Rockets played in the first round.
True. You're right.
My thing is, you
And the
gotta,
NBA
this
draft
how
is
I look
gonna
at the
outrate
Rockets,
that too.
right?
So
They won that series in what 5 games,
the
Mhm.
Rockets, yeah, against
and they
Fred's
made
MVP
threes
candidate.
in the first 2 or something like that.
Listen,
They're gonna make these first 3 games. They're gonna be hot. I'm willing to put like money on it.
not
Like,
gonna be hot because they're not gonna. They've been dependent on free throws to get them hot off BS calls.
watch.
Who?
How
The
much you want to bet?
Rockets.
Nah, not BS.
I put money.
Yeah.
on it.
Uh oh, let's do it.
I
Bet
put money on
time.
it that they shoot a ridiculous percentage from 3-point land, at least in the first 3 games of the series. I'm not saying they're gonna win all of them.
What's ridiculous?
like upper 40s?
Okay, yeah, I'd agree with that. But to me, that's not gonna get it
They-
done against the Spurs.
What?
Though.
That won't get it done.
I think it will.
Upper 40% threes against anybody will get it
Yeah.
If
done.
not, if you can't get to the inside,
Yo, for every basket you make, I make one with an extra point. I don't have to. I don't have to get inside. And then when I do get inside, chances are Lamar.
Why do you want the Rockets? to
LaMarcus
lose?
Aldridge
the
is
way
not
they
Tim
play
Duncan.
basketball sucks so horribly. So they literally play for fouls.
What?
They don't.
So
they
does
don't-
everybody else.
That's not
Whenever
true.
somebody takes a shot, whenever
they don't
they
even
leg out.
hardly go. They don't even hardly.
they're not
shoot
playing
left.
for a foul.
more time.
I don't have a kick. You know, if they kick their leg out. You know, they're not playing for fouls. Everybody plays for fouls.
They don't
And
even,
they over there,
don't
they
even
turn
try
out
to make
smile.
lay-
Whenever they get the foul, they go
don't
around
even try to
smiling
make
like
layups.
this.
They don't try to make layups. That's dumpster juice. I hate watching that.
On front. Don't do that,
I've
'cause
seen Harden drive to the basket on multiple on
Exactly.
Westbrook
For
because
fouls.
Westbrook cannot stop anybody.
He plays
That
for-
that poor excuse of a turnover machine. Horrible
He
efficiency.
shouldn't win MVP either.
He should,
He's
and
going-
you
he's
know
going
what?
to win MVP.
And-
He's going to win MVP.
I'm hearing
I
more
think
and more
the-
likely people are voting for Westbrook, which makes
Because
zero
it-
sense to me.
it proved-
0 cents.
That
Do we
last
not
series
care about
proved
winning
he
anymore?
should've-
No, it didn't.
That last series.
He's the
proved he
reason they
should've
I
lost.
won
never
MVP.
understood how losing proves
What
anything.
did my boy Patrick Beverly say?
What-
Oh yeah, you got 40 off what? 34 shots? That's efficient?
Yo,
That's not
he-
efficient?
He averaged more turnovers than James Harden. He averaged less assists. He averaged. They in the same ballpark. Well, nah, he got
Yo,
Ray Harden by like 4 points.
But they in the ballpark of
had
rebounds.
Thunder had
Yeah.
leads in the game going into the fourth quarter. The
So
first
you-
three,
And then what
the first-
happened?
the
Russell
first-
Westbrook wants to take over the game.
Games 2, 3, and 4, they had leads going into the fourth quarter. Every time Russell Westbrook went to the bench, they lost the lead.
We don't want to hear
How
that.
doesn't that make him the most
We
valuable
don't want to hear
player?
that.
That's not
Because
Let's ask
when they win,
Let's ask Russell Westbrook what he thinks about
If
that.
that's what most
not gonna
valuable
admit
player
it.
is, then you have to look at guys like Anthony Davis for MVP.
Let me
If
explain
because
something
my
to you.
team is bad when I'm not on the court gets me MVP, then the worst teams
it's
in the league should
value.
have the
Value
MVP.
is the
But
key
but this
word.
is what I'm talking about right now. Russell Westbrook takes over 50% of the shots. And then when they finally pass it out to the guy who never gets a shot opportunity, now you expect him to make shots?
He's clearly not passing it to guys that's not getting shot in opportunities. If he averaged a triple double,
Yeah, he's getting 10 assists. What is he passing it to himself?
No, he was having like 16, 14 assists. He wasn't just
Never.
getting 10.
You talking about James Harden?
No, I'm talking about in that game where he had 50 something points with the
Yeah,
triple
50,
double?
10, and 10.
No, he had 15, 13 and something.
Like 13 and 12.
He had 13 assists.
All right, the triple double is the most overrated stat.
I don't think you should win an MVP over
Let
that.
me
I
explain
don't
something.
wanna
It's,
get
it's
that.
impressive, but what game is better? I shoot 40, get 9 rebounds, and get 9 assists, or 10 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Only one of those is a triple-double. Which one? Which game's better?
I say 10-10.
The 40 What?
I say 10-10.
How is 10-10 better?
The 40 points impacts the game more.
Way more. 4 times more.
What about the 10 assists?
That's one more assist than my 9.
Still.
That's insane. And all you experts out there voting that have votes. I should have a vote because you guys don't know what you're doing.
Wait. Oh, wait. I just.
We should all 3 of us get votes so that 2 could go on the Harden. And
You said 49 and 9.
49 and 9 versus 10, 10 and 10.
No, I thought you meant 49 and 9 rebounds.
You said 10.
40 points, 9 rebounds,
right,
9
yeah,
assists.
yeah.
Versus 10, 10, 10.
Okay,
and in the
yeah.
case of Russell
Yeah,
Westbrook, 30
But
turnovers.
49 and 9. 49 and 9 would have been Russell Westbrook.
No, it's not. Russell Westbrook's 10, 10 and 10.
He led the league in scoring.
He did. I'll give him that.
He led the league in shots. Attempted to.
He led the league
It's
in haters,
ridiculous
too.
how
Apparently.
He led the league in turnovers.
turnover. I'm just saying.
And he led the league. He led the MVP chase and losses.
Exactly. The triple double is an overrated stat.
Every MVP
really is.
candidate got more wins than him.
Every single.
Every single. That doesn't even make sense. That he's. Yo, next
Wins
question,
should
man.
matter. No, wins should matter. I think they should.
I started talking about MVP out of nowhere. This was a first round matchup topic.
I don't even know why we talk about it.
Because Russell Westbrook's still in the
who's
first.
probably. Yeah, he's not.
I said
He's at home watching
all
the
I
second
said I
round.
just don't want to see Houston in the playoffs no more. 'Cause I hate
Houston's great.
The reason why you hate on
You have to
Houston
see them
is
at
the
least
same
4
reason you
more
hate
times.
on Harden.
Why?
I don't know. I still haven't figured it out. But
I
you don't want
I'm
him to
trying
win
to figure out why
MVP.
you hate on Westbrook.
I don't. He just doesn't have better MVP
I don't
stats
hate
than
Har-
Harden.
I don't like the way Harden plays because he doesn't play
That's
basketball.
funny
He
you say
plays.
that. You
He
play like
plays
Harden.
horse.
You play basketball like Harden.
It's horse.
You play
don't.
exactly like him.
And not
Plays
for nothing, my
horse.
boy James Harden was playing some defense in that first round series.
He did enough.
He did enough. Yeah, that's what he did. His presence was worth more than Russell Westbrook's presence.
He did enough. He did enough.
So
Russell Westbrook,
like I
yeah,
said,
triple team, still shooting the ball.
My favorite first round matchup is
Second round.
Second round.
matchup is
That's fair.
Washington versus
I think-
Boston.
I think
Because I
Rob
feel
right.
like those two teams genuinely
you,
don't
thank
like each other. To go along with that. And
Well, I mean,
and I feel like it's
My-
it's an
And one
even
of the thing,
matchup.
and one
Wiz
of the
is gonna be
things
taking
about
cold
that
showers.
is, you don't really believe the team that. Everybody feels like if Washington wins it, it's gonna be a matchup for Cleveland. If Boston wins it,
I think Boston could
It's
think
still going to be a matchup.
could
They
push
could
You see the way he
Cleveland
hits
in
to
6
6
games.
games.
They can match. I feel like on any given night they can match Houston.
Who?
Boston.
You can match who?
Come back who?
Can I finish my sentence?
No.
I thought you said Houston
I
at
said-
first, so I'm like, all right, that's wrong.
I said Boston on any given night can match Cleveland's 3-point shooting ability.
No,
No, I think so.
Yeah,
I
Not
think
as
he's
many
right.
3-point shooters as
not
they-
realistic.
They'll be shooting threes
Jay
for threes
Crowder
while
hit 6
Cleveland's up
threes
by 20.
yesterday.
And Jay Crowder will not hit another 3 for 4 games.
I want Washington to win because I feel like them versus Cleveland will be a
Yes.
more appealing to watch.
Yes, and that's exactly why the Spurs versus Rockets is a better matchup. Because we believe either one of those teams could kind of at least
Win one game
give some
against
type
the
of-
Warriors.
give some type of ruckus to the.
Houston can do what?
They could give some type of ruckus to the Golden State. We don't believe that. We don't believe that Boston is going to do anything against Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
You just brought up 3-point shooting as the way. You said they can match. You didn't even say they can outdo. We already know who's going to the Eastern Conference Finals. If
I know who's
Washington
going
don't.
to the finals from both conferences.
Yeah, everyone is.
Nah, Cleveland not going if Washington wins.
I
You don't
hope
think
you're
so?
right, but I
Washington
don't
gonna
think
win.
so.
John Wall is going to wreck Kyrie Irving.
I know that.
I know the NBA's praying for Golden State
Marcus
Cleveland
Morris-
because they need the ratings.
Marcus Morris is going to stop LeBron.
All right.
You heard it here first. Takes are just a flying today. The hot takes are just a flying like hotcakes.
J.R. Smith going to stop Cleveland.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
funny, yeah.
You got my vote on that one.
Me too.
J.R. Smith could stop anybody. Remember when he went behind the back and almost cost him the game?
When he talked to Terry during the game.
Hey, best friend. Hi, best friend.
When you jump shots like that.
Dumb. Just dumb. Let's get into this football business.
Yes.
NFL draft
Yes.
was this past Thursday.
If you guys need to know what the NFL draft is, it's the thing that more people watched over
boy.
NBA playoff games.
Doug.
Clinching NBA playoff games.
Yo, 16 people live in Milwaukee.
First of all, don't disrespect our viewers in Milwaukee like that. You guys show up for the Bucks. I like you guys. Milwaukee, stay strong. But y'all showed up more for the Packers because y'all know which sport's better.
No, they know which team's better.
Duh, because where was all these cheeseheads before?
I bet you more
Favre got
people
there?
show up for Cleveland Cavaliers than the Browns
Actually, it's a funny thing.
per week.
I'm just gonna no.
Per week.
They will. But what Maverick Carter, good friend of LeBron James, said was
I don't know.
Cleveland winning the NBA title was special. If the Browns were to ever win the NBA title, it would not even be close.
Of course,
And LeBron
because
James
the
is one of the
Browns-
best athletes of all time.
Because the Browns are terrible for so long.
So was Cleveland Cavaliers.
And football is more of a Cinderella sport
It
than
is
basketball.
than basketball. No doubt. Well, I mean, both of them have
we're
their
not
pros
gonna
and
live
cons.
to see, so I don't really care about this conversation.
Yeah, we're never gonna see the Browns win. That's
Jersey.
just a fact.
You know what?
the
I'm
Browns-
sorry, Fred. Continue
All right,
your
my
comments.
take from-
Jersey just gonna keep
You
getting longer.
You gonna ask me? You gonna ask me? You gonna ask about our takes from the draft? Mine's is the Browns are really good. They're really good.
They did their
drafters.
thing.
But what they're gonna do, and what I believe that they're gonna do with these picks, they're gonna play them. They're gonna be bad this year, right? Then they're gonna
Mhm.
hit this panic button that they seem to have.
They can't do that.
They're gonna panic. Then they're gonna try to trade these great draft picks.
Stupid.
What would you grade the Browns draft?
This year,
Hey,
A.
I'd definitely give him an A.
What they did was special. They got the best player in the draft, in Myles Garrett. Then they traded back and got Houston's first-round pick next year,
Mm-hmm.
along with an additional first-round pick this year. And they had like Tennessee's first-round pick. They traded up again. So they had
Yeah.
3 picks in the first round this year,
It was mad stuff to follow. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
2 picks next year. What they did, they got the
There
best
was a
player,
lot going on.
arguably top 5 player in Jabril Peppers, and then they got their quarterback in Deshaun Kaiser. You can't get
Sean
mad at
who?
them.
Deshaun
Kaiser.
from Notre Dame.
Which isn't supposed to
Whose
be
coach said
good
he didn't-
right now.
Whose coach said he shouldn't have went to the draft.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be good.
Gonna say that.
Well, yeah, they're trying to wring as much money out of their players that they can.
Hey, help me
But
be
I
good.
want to. The topic was winner/loser. I want to put an honorable mention to the San Francisco 49ers, who
Oh, they did good.
did not want Mitchell Trubisky at all, yet happened to get so many more picks just to move back one spot and to still get the guy they wanted. And then there's additional pick in the second round. They got the guy they wanted even more in Reuben Foster. It's just amazing. It's just amazing what the San Francisco 49ers
There
did.
was some good moves.
Really great
I'll
moves.
tell you who dumb.
The
Bears.
Chicago Bears. They're my loser in this draft.
Biggest loser.
Mitchell Trubisky played only 12 games last year in his whole entire collegiate career.
He
and
would
they
have been
tra-
available at 3.
They would have. The
He
Browns
would've been
wouldn't have traded too
available at
much to
3.
the San Francisco 49ers. It's ridiculous.
He would have been available at 3. So you basically traded up to 2. You know, but
Forgot
you
I
know,
was gonna
you
be
know what
there.
they was people were saying that they felt like some other team would have tried to trade
The Browns.
trade with who
San Francisco.
San Francisco for the number 2 pick to try to take Trubisky at 2.
There was no way.
So it wasn't about them drafting; it was about other people trying to trade
The
up.
only team I see doing that was the Browns. There's no way KC can jump that high, and there's no way Houston could jump that high. They were just shooting from the high 20s.
They're still the biggest loser, though.
And in KC jumping far ahead to get their quarterback, I didn't like
come
it.
out playing like.
If they do
Nets
that,
come
I
at Peyton
revise
Manning
I
or Brady.
revise
still
my
bad.
statement.
It's still bad because they could have still had
Got
him
him
at
at
3.
You get a
Should've
franchise
still got him at
quarterback.
3.
You give away everything. You give away everything you can.
If you get a franchise quarterback out the deal, then you can't say that's a bad pick.
But let me ask you a question. How many franchise quarterbacks come out trades versus how many busts come out? I can think of a lot of busts.
Yeah, a lot. Obviously, that number's going to be
RG3,
higher though.
Jamarcus Russell.
But they would see RG3 wasn't a bust the first year.
He had one good year. How was that not a bust?
He wasn't a bust. He
What has he
got
done?
injured. He
What
got
has he done?
injured.
Ryan-
Tony Romo had a better career than he did.
He did.
Ryan Leaf is
I'm
a
saying
bust.
to say, yeah,
Ryan
that's
Leaf
a
is a
bust.
Jamarcus Russell's a
Jamarcus
bust.
Russell is a bust. If you
When
take
you
your team
come
to the
out
playoffs,
bad, that's
Well,
a
is Sam Bradford a bust?
no.
I
He's
don't
quality.
consider him a bust. I don't consider him quality either.
For
I
the
just know-
first overall pick in the draft?
But he's
who was available?
My thing is if you get quality,
Anyone else?
my thing
Calvin Johnson over Jamarcus Russell.
My thing is if you get quality out of
saying
your
for a
pick, I
quarterback.
don't believe it's a bust. It might not be first. You might not have got the amount that you wanted for a first pick, but you got something. And my thing is, as long as
How many wins? How many rings?
Bradford,
How many playoff games?
Bradford's career,
Yeah. Has Bradford ever made the playoffs?
I don't believe so.
Exactly.
Didn't he make it with the Vikings that one time?
No, he was on the Vikings last year. They didn't make it.
he didn't make it with the Eagles.
No, he was on the Eagles last year and they didn't make it.
So, I don't know.
That's what I'm
not a
trying to tell
bust,
you
though.
guys.
Like,
To me, a bust.
What does his teams look like? He's throwing the ball to nobody on everything.
He's throwing it to
He throwing it to
Deshaun
Circle and
Jackson.
X. He throwing it to
What
Circle
is
He's throwing
and
it
X.
up in
What
the
he
air.
do with this Deshaun Jackson?
Or was it Jeremy Maclin or well, somebody on
probably.
the
Macklin was a
Macklin.
minute ago because Macklin wasn't even on the Eagles like
Yeah, he hasn't
last
had
year.
a receiver yet to say that. All right, he's not Tom Brady. You're not gonna give him a legion of rags and
throwing up.
they're
And
gonna get touchdowns. No, but
if you're picked with the first overall pick in the NFL draft, you have to do
Kwame
something.
Brown is a bust.
Yeah. So is Greg
Guys
Oden.
like that are bust. Greg Oden's a bust.
Troy
Guys,
Smith.
Darko
guys who
Milicic is
never
a bust.
produce for you is a bust.
Darko Milicic is not a bust. He's the first to get a title. Sorry, Darko.
That would be like saying, all right, who's a bust?
Sam Bradford.
He's not a bust. Ryan Leaf is a bust.
Jamarcus Russell is a bust.
RG3.
Yeah, no, he's. I
Would
mean,
you?
I would just say
until-
bad luck.
Up
for
until
RG3.
last year, Terrell Pryor was a bust. Well, no, because he wasn't taking high. I'm sorry.
No, he was taken in supplemental draft. You can't be a bust. Impossible. If you're taken past the third round, you can't be a bust, in my opinion. There's
That's
no
saying
way-
you
you
went
can't
to-
be a bust.
But how he played in college versus how he was playing in the NFL, I kind of would have considered him a bust.
Yo, I'm not
Johnny
gonna front.
Manziel's a bust.
To
Tim
me,
Tebow's
Yeah,
a
watch-
bust.
he's a bust, yeah.
Watching college football does not nothing about that makes
It's
you
not the
NFL
same.
ready.
No,
Like,
Tim
Nothing
Tebow
about
was the
college
guy in
football-
college football.
Nothing about college
I
football
don't
makes
really-
sense.
I don't even see how they get ideas on who's good because it's like the defense is real loose. Like,
Well,
they make
if
it
your
too
front- and
scientific.
college
They make it
football-
too
in
scientific.
college football, if your front line is not crazy, your defense is suspect
if you notice, like
Which is why the
quarterbacks in
Alabama is
particular-
always good.
because their front line is always
Exactly.
ridiculous.
And those two positions you can draft from any school, but if you notice, like the QBs, none of them come from winning schools. They come from schools that are like on the outskirts that don't win national titles. They look like they're pro-ready offenses.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson is an exception. Cam Newton's an exception. There's always an exception to a rule.
I think
But you see
Deshaun
Patrick
Watson is gonna
Mahomes.
succeed in Texas.
He should.
Throwing that ball up to Sammy.
He
I mean, not
said
Sammy
he's
Watkins,
finally gonna get the ball to
what's his guy's
DeAndre
name?
Hopkins.
Yeah.
Yo, if he don't, he better be out the league. If anybody plays for Texans and not Deshaun, DeAndre Hopkins doesn't get the ball.
Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, he needs to be.
This made no sense
needs
to me.
He needs to work
Just
at
throw it
McDonald's.
up.
Nah, he probably wouldn't even get the burger.
He wouldn't
to
get the patty to the bun.
Yeah, like come on, man.
He wouldn't get his foot through the door. Firmly grasped.
I'm gonna run the fries. But they asked for a burger. Run in the
You guys
fries.
pay attention to. You guys paid attention to your team's draft.
Nope.
Yeah, New York Giants.
Nope.
Of course.
I don't have a team.
He has
Peyton's
the
doesn't play.
Broncos.
Peyton doesn't.
The Broncos got a good offensive tackle. But go ahead, ask me on my team.
What do you think about your team's draft?
I think
it's gonna
my-
be a 30-minute slot.
Woo! New York Giants. All right, I'm gonna make it quick because nobody really cares about draft analysis. The tight end, if
Oh
yeah, he's supposed to be really good. They're doing comparisons to Jordan Reed,
Mhm.
and having one of the highest speeds in the entire draft.
Wait, let me ask you this before you say it. What do you feel about that quarterback being drafted?
I'm going back to the third round. Relax.
Okay,
All right.
I just wanted to get there.
I like Ingram a lot, especially if he turns out to be Jordan Reed. I think that's a steal if he does become Jordan Reed. Second round pick, we replace Jonathan Hankins, which really helps out our defensive line.
Yes, he does.
To answer your question, quarterback, Eli Manning is getting old. He's 36. This guy is not ready to start. I don't think he's ready to start. But if he could learn behind Eli, because Eli never gets hurt, if he can learn behind Eli, and in 3 years, I think he'll be ready to start. I think it's a
But
quality
is
pick.
it like a sad feeling? Like feels like the end of an era.
It
doesn't
does. It does.
It's
You know
like
how it
looking
feels.
at
Why
the
don't you
end
tell
of a
me?
book.
Why don't you tell me how it feels when you lose somebody that integral to your team? And I'm asking a serious question. I'm not trying
No,
to.
you see, it's different because I was a player fan. You're a team fan. You're gonna follow your team. Me, I don't
Regardless.
have a team right now.
He has-
I'm just,
you
I'm just
followed the
roll-
Broncos
I'm
last year. Are
rolling
you
with
gonna
the
pick somebody
Broncos.
else?
I'm rolling with the Broncos right now.
The Browns?
because- What?
Pick the Browns.
No, I don't.
They're gonna
like
suck
none-
this year. They're gonna be good next year.
No, I don't want that. I want a team that's good now.
All right. One red flag. Giants. They didn't help get any O lineman help, and that's a huge weakness. All the receivers in the world, which we All right, I don't think I'm going out on a limb here. I think we have the best receiving core in the league.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, if Eli, no matter how good your receiving core is, if Eli Manning
I
can't
think
get anybody
it's
the
between
ball,
you guys in Pittsburgh if they get what you call it back,
Martavis Bryant, no doubt. But if Eli Manning can't get them the ball, it doesn't matter how good they are. It doesn't matter. So hopefully Eric Flowers becomes better. I think that's our left tackle. But that's it. Fred, your Jets.
I give him a B minus.
B minus. They got probably the top 3 player in the draft.
I see between a B minus and a B. I like the receivers they picked. The receiving the type. Ardarius Stewart from Bama and Jordan Leggett from Clemson.
What didn't you like?
They didn't draft a quarterback.
You guys are gonna suck regardless this year. And the quarterback class is much. I'm not even making a joke. Seriously.
You're gonna suck this year.
And next year the quarterback class is better. So don't you think it's right to shore up? Because you guys have a lot of holes. Don't you think it's right to shore up holes now and then grab your quarterback next year?
Next year.
My favorite.
If we get a
Shore up holes.
if we get a
0
top 3 pick next year, I want to see us take Saquon Barkley from Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
What is he?
Your running back. Because it's still it's too many holes to fill. We're so bad. We're probably not gonna be a non-win team for the next 3 years.
I think if you guys shore up quarterback, want to get one of those top tier prospects. I forget their names, but I know the draft class is better. You guys can contend next year, especially if Brady's not there.
I don't see it. Brady's gonna be there next year.
Brady's talking about he might be there another 5 years.
He's not.
Father Tom is undefeated for a reason, and Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but even he can't fight it.
Father Time ain't gonna be with Stop Brady. It's gonna be a matchup with J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt's
J.J.
good.
Watt is-
Dude,
J.J.
these
Watt's
Texans,
bigger
watch
than
them. Pick Texans as your team. You're gonna be excited.
No, that's bandwagon hopping.
That
They
is
already
actually,
got-
you got to pick somebody that's not good.
Yeah, that's why I'm just rolling with the Broncos right now.
But I like
I
what
don't
they're
like
doing.
any bad teams right now.
I like all bad teams right now. Apparently,
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
going
do.
front.
Sorry.
Jagus, Jets.
Oh,
Said the who?
Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers, Fred.
I think he's gonna be good. I think that's the running back.
Wait,
they
who?
needed.
Should I draft him?
Christian McCaffrey.
Should I draft him first overall
Went
next
where?
year in our draft?
Where he went?
Carolina. Christian McCaffrey from Stanford.
Fred.
I think he's.
Should I draft him
Well, they
first
gonna use him
overall?
for special teams.
I don't think you should draft him first overall because I think the Panthers are still gonna be a pass first team.
Okay.
I think that's what they're
You
gonna.
think he's gonna start?
This is a dynasty league we're talking about for all you guys at home saying, oh, why would you pick these rookies? No, it's a dynasty league, and I'm trying to gauge. I have the first overall pick, and I'm trying to gauge who to grab.
Don't ask me. I'm against you.
Yeah,
Pick
but you love me.
Who pick who you want?
I think McCaffrey for the Panthers. That's the perfect running back they needed. Somebody that.
So
isn't
not
that-
Fournette?
Fournette wasn't available at
But
the
like,
time.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
So if you could, they probably would have got Fournette if he was available.
Mhm.
But I think McCaffrey's still gonna be
Pick
effective
Jason
because
Garoppolo.
he's not
Jimmy Garoppolo. My bad.
go ahead.
Nah.
Because he's not a traditional back. Like he still can run routes. He's gonna get torn up in the backfield though,
True.
because he's too small. So he's not gonna be able to be like he's not gonna be a 4-down back. I mean not 4-down, 3-down back.
Who, McCaffrey?
Yeah, I don't think you can use him on
Nah,
3 downs.
would like Danny Woodhead be a
Right?
good
Yeah,
comparison?
that's who he really is though. He's Danny Woodhead.
Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen. Those guys are
Exactly.
invaluable in a league where passing on third down is huge.
Exactly. But yeah, the draft. I'm happy the way we drafted. I just felt like quarterback, even though it wasn't a lot available, it's like you got a lot of people are better than Christian Hackenberg.
But we don't know.
That's true.
The Jets aren't giving
We're
him
the
a
same
chance.
number as Fitzpatrick.
That's an unlucky number.
I don't know. We almost went to the playoffs.
For the
except we
Jets.
wet-
That's
we
10,
completely
right?
wet the
Eli had
bed
10.
against the Bills. I hate the Bills.
More than the Patriots?
Yeah, because the Bills was mad cocky for no reason. Like as
Rex Ryan.
soon as they win 5 games, it's like, yo, we better than y'all. Shut up, y'all went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row and lost.
Lost all of them.
Suck. 0 for 4. You dead a dub. Staying with football. Marshawn Lynch officially back in the NFL for the
First pick of the draft.
Oakland/Las Vegas Raiders. Does this make them title contenders?
Yes.
Please, sir.
This
go
make them
first.
Super Bowl contenders?
Yes. because as good as Latavius Murray was,
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't necessarily the threat that you have in Marshawn Lynch. So you didn't have to play the run as bad as strong as you will now. And with the guys they have on the outside, Cooper, Crabtree, them guys can really take advantage of you because they're both kind of big, and it's just to me their offense is just. And Marshawn Lynch is like security. Like, he's not going to fumble. Like, as far as history
Cannot
shows.
fumble, cannot take him down.
And
He's
their
not
defense,
like,
Khalil Mack.
Line,
monster.
like, them 1 yard runs, them two. Like, he's going to punish you. He's going to punish those front guys.
He's going to wear him down.
Yeah, so it's like you have that.
And they have this.
And, like, nothing against Latavius Murray, but, like, the last few years, he wasn't
the guy.
They upgraded at running back.
They did, for sure.
I think them playing football is going to be like how it's going to be kind of like boxing though. It's like they're going to be able to wear down the defense with Marshawn Lynch, and then that's going to open up Cooper and Crabtree.
And now when they have a lead, it's like it's almost hard to think that they won't be able to hold
They got
it.
weapons, man. They got weapons.
They
whole
were
lot of weapons.
A Super Bowl contender last year before Derek Carr got hurt, right? Marshawn, this is the best O-line in football. We talk about the Cowboys, but Doug Free retired, and now it's definitely the Raiders. Best O-line in football with a running back that can't be stopped. It's going to take the whole team to stop him. The holes are going to be there to get through.
Tell the Saints about stopping him.
Dude, Marshawn, they could have. He causes earthquakes. He's not going to cause earthquakes in Oakland, but he wants, and most of all, the Oakland Raiders are leaving. They're going to Las Vegas. He wants to win a title for Oakland. And I think, I don't know if they'll do it. They're definitely top tier in the AFC. But, dude, they're definitely the best in the AFC West right now. Who's better, Kansas City? I don't think so.
I think Kansas City wasn't the best to me last year in the AFC West.
Before Carr got hurt.
Yeah, before Carr got hurt. I think now that you upgraded your running back, your quarterback's going to be back soon. Probably before the start of the season. Well, hopefully before the start of the season. That is yet to be seen. I think the only competition they really have in the AFC is Kansas City because of their defense.
AFC West by itself?
Yeah, he said West. He meant West. There's no way he meant the whole
Yeah,
AFC.
because Steelers, Patriots.
Yeah,
AFC West. Yeah, I mean the AFC, but even in the AFC, wouldn't you say a top 5 team in the AFC right now?
They're the top 3 team in the AFC.
Yeah, I think it's them. Then it's the Patriots, then the Steelers.
I wouldn't even say the Steelers are better than them because of
I put them above the Steelers too.
Who you got as
because of their
number
defense?
Number 2 is the Raiders.
So you got the Raiders as number 2.
Patriots number 1. Even though I don't like.
I could give it to them. The NFC, the Houston Texans. We don't know if they got better, but it looks like they did. With Deshaun, they're only missing a quarterback. That's the only player they're missing.
And health is
health issues. J.J. Watt, if he doesn't get hurt.
If he doesn't get hurt, bro.
Marshawn Lynch is fresh right now. He has fresh legs, and I don't think it's gonna be rust that hits him.
I'm about to say fresh or rust.
I think it's fresh, and I think he's gonna be out there.
How much rust you got on pushing? That's all he gonna do.
About that action, boss.
Hey, you know why I'm here. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Pain. He gonna bring the. I want to see that.
So how do they beat the Patriots then if that's the case? Because the Patriots defense is pretty good too.
I don't think they do. I think the Patriots are better.
You don't think they beat the Patriots?
No.
That would be an interesting matchup.
It would be. It would be a nice AFC title game.
I believe any team that the Raiders get out in front of, they're gonna win. And that's
the
got to be
Patriots
their
don't
thing.
let you get out in front.
My thing is if they do though.
Unless you're the Falcons.
My thing is
say
if
look,
they
the
do.
Falcons
And
get in
then
front
you
about
gotta understand.
24.
You saying that like they don't have a good defense.
Who, the Patriots?
The Raiders have a great defense.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack is defensive player of the year.
That's what I'm saying. And
You can't
like another Von Miller.
It's just like to me that
they probably have a top 5 defense in the league.
And I believe their offense is not
top 5 too.
Yeah, so it's like Patriots gonna have Tom Brady. You always gonna believe
Bill
their
Belichick.
offense.
Those two.
The offense is gonna be up there, but their defense. To me, it's always like even when people say they're the top 2, 3, I just look at it and be like, that doesn't strike fair. Like. Like the Broncos or the Seahawks at the time, or like those defense struck fair.
The Giants defense last year.
Not last year.
John Gruden's Tampa Bay defense.
I mean, I wouldn't say it struck fair because they weren't winning like every game. Like I think the defense has to win like
Gruden grinder.
So in order for them to be kind of feared, the game has to be won. Because it's like, all right, if we can beat your offense, but your defense stopping us, that means we just have to score more than you. We have to get lucky twice. Because y'all don't score no more than 10 points.
True. Yeah, the Giants got to show.
Now, with that defense, if they have been winning,
Mhm.
yeah, that would have been what I was talking about.
All right, cool. I understand.
Like, if their defense plays like that this year and they win 12 games, then, yeah, they're feared. Like, people are going to be nervous.
So all we have to do is win one more game for us to be fair.
And make the playoffs and be a problem in the playoffs. Like, it has
we
to
were a
carry.
problem for a half.
It has to carry. Like, it has to carry. You can't do it in sections. It has to be.
If Odell didn't go
Like,
on a
when
party
people
cruise.
beat you, you want them to say they was lucky. Like, when people used to beat the Seahawks, it was like,
I hate that
they
luck
just
word.
They just happen.
Because people still brought it up. Oh, y'all lucky y'all beat the Patriots.
That's like the Clippers. Oh, well, the Warriors are lucky they won the title because they didn't have to face up us. Yeah, because y'all lost.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, that was the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
That was the funniest quote ever.
Like y'all lost. Y'all
Who
lost.
said that? Doc Rivers said that.
Yeah, it's like they lucky they didn't have to play us. Y'all lucky you didn't have to play us.
That's a perfect.
No, y'all lucky y'all didn't have to play
Impression.
them.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I think
they're
that's why the
lucky.
Clippers lost on
They're
purpose
lucky.
too. It's like it's #1 title contender to get swept. #1 contender to get swept in the second round. And Matt Barnes is like, oh yeah, we was hoping that we have to play the Clippers because there's no nightlife in Utah.
Well, there's not. Well, there's snow mountains.
Yeah. We're going to go home and we're going to talk about Blake.
I hate when people do that, yo.
We're going to try to figure out what we're going to do with Blake and the rest of this core, and we're going to figure things out.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna fire my son.
No, my son is going to be a starting point guard. We're going to be Chris Paul off the bench. Yeah.
The Yankees.
Let's go.
New York Yankees.
The New York Yankees are on
Subtle
fire.
racism.
They on fire. They 15. They started. What you said? What he said? What he said? That's like a coleslaw racism. It's not really.
It's not really racist.
It's not really racism. If you get it from somewhere else. All right, the New York Yankees are on fire. Started out 2-5. They started out 2-5. Now
1-5.
1-5. Now they 15-8. 9-game win streak.
Crabtree.
Are you buying or selling them as World Series contenders?
Yeah, you go.
Buying. These guys, they have the second best record in the AL, best record in the NFC. In the AL East. It's and Aaron Judge is a stud, guys.
He's a
Aaron
monster.
Judge is just doing his thing, continuously pounding the ball, 460 feet
Does
past
he have like 6 home runs of 400 yards plus?
plus 450 plus, and I think there was like a 4-game tear that he was batting like 750. This guy is he's a star, and he's up and coming, and he's only 25. Add to that our pitching, which everyone laughed at the beginning of the season, is killing it right now. The Mets pitching. Oh, we're gonna win because we have our pitching. Oh, we're gonna do
get
this.
into the Mets a little
Oh, we're
later.
gonna do that. The Yankees pitching is better than the Mets pitching right now, and the Yankees. CC Sabathia has shown a resurgence. Masahiro Tanaka, our worst player, our worst pitcher right now, is playing like Masahiro Tanaka. That's because the other guys are playing on a tear. I don't expect that to continue, and I don't expect us to go on 9-game winning streaks every single time. I don't expect that.
I do.
That's because the winning culture the Yankees portray. But I do expect the Yankees to contend for one of the best records in the AL. They're not showing signs of slowing down. They're hitting every nail in the head when it comes to this. And Didi Gregorius was out until this weekend, and Gary Sanchez is still out. Wait till those guys come back. Watch out.
Well said.
Yeah, I mean,
Aroldis Chapman's best closer in baseball.
I agree with pretty much. Yeah, they're contenders.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
They're
think
contenders. It's no team that like.
they're the best hitters in
Don't
the
get me
in the-
wrong.
in the league.
I'm kind of. Don't get me wrong. Even as a Yankees fan, I'm kind of surprised at how good they've gotten, how fast they've gotten.
I
good.
picked them to pick 85 games. So
I
win
like I
85
didn't.
games.
I wasn't surprised
I'm not
because
even gonna lie to you. I didn't think that. Didn't think they would gel this quick.
I
I figured
felt
they
like-
would get a wild card spot.
I felt it would
But
be similar to what the
I
Red
think
Sox
they're
did.
gonna. I think that the way they're playing now.
They can win the division.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good chance. Like, cause it's not like they're just doing something out of the ordinary. Like, don't get me wrong, the wins is crazy.
Mhm.
But the way they're winning, it's not just
They not
1,000 home runs
came
every
back
game.
from
And it's like,
down
oh,
Yeah,
soon as
no
the-
lead is safe.
They
No
came back
lead
from
is
down
safe.
9 against the best
but it's
team.
not
in
like
the
I was at that
AL East.
game,
It's
yeah.
not like a slump can kill them because pitching is doing well, hitting is doing well. Everybody's just clicking. And if they play similar to this all season to where nothing is a real weak point, like you might have bad games, but it's not a weak point, then you can win games based on hitting when the pitching is not good. You can win games based on pitching when the hitting. That's just the perfect type of baseball team to me, and they don't make many. It's not a lot of errors going. Like they're just doing from the small to the big
Mhm.
details. They're doing everything. Like so,
The way they're playing now is what will win you playoff games,
Yeah.
which is
the grind,
great
you could
great
grind
pitching
through it,
and
come back.
Great hitting.
great hitting. Basically, and that's what it comes down to in playoff games. And I feel like
And-
if their pitching is even in the same region of what it is now,
It's not gonna be this good. But
it's
it
not
could
going to be
yeah.
this good. But if it's anywhere close to this good, they got the hitters. They got Judge. And remember, Sanchez was the best player in the Yankees last year.
Yeah.
Now this year, he might even be the second best, and he was
another guy who was hitting home runs.
that was
Sanchez
Sanchez.
last year.
That was Sanchez, and then Judge
That was he's the first baseman.
No,
He's a
Greg
hard
Bird
catch.
was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Where's
catcher.
He's still playing first base, but he's not doing too well. He's on a little bit of a slump right now.
But Greg Bird is still good though.
He is.
He's
No,
a-
the baby bombers are. This is really exciting and very promising for future years.
Yeah.
Especially if we somehow win the lottery and get Bryce Harper next year, which watch out. Luis Severino has a confidence right now that I just see glowing, and if he can
Yo,
pitch
let me
like this,
tell you something.
that's a star.
Let me
He's
tell you
26.
something. Bryce Harper, if he's smart, will come to the Bronx. All you're gonna have to do is cut the beard because the Yankees don't
Yeah,
allow
that's
their
it.
players to have
They might
beards.
make an exception for you too.
Yeah, listen, if you don't let him come to the Yankees because of a beard, I'm not gonna be a fan no more.
How, Brian Cashman? Open up that checkbook. Just give him a blank sheet and say, write whatever you want. Come to the Yankees. He's 20, what, 4? Son, 10 years from now, he's going to be 34? Give him that 10-year contract. If
Gave it to
anybody
A-Rod.
gets a 10-year contract, it's him.
Gave it
Not
to A-Rod.
32-year-old A-Rod.
Gave it to 32-year-old A-Rod.
And
Well, he's
24-year-old
playing till
Bryce
he's
Harper.
42.
They got him a ring. They got a ring now.
One ring.
I'm gonna say yeah. You said it right the first time.
Spoiled.
They got
We
all
all
it.
spoiled, but I'm saying, you pay that much,
Too much.
you got to give me more rings. And it was specifically, we didn't win playoff games because he didn't show up in the playoffs.
Well, the whole team wasn't really showing
No, I
up.
was there. Derek Jeter showed up.
That was the only one at certain points.
And
Teixeira
then-
was having issues.
Well, when Teixeira showed up, we won the World Series. So you can't just say, hey, Rod.
yeah, so when he didn't
We bought a
show up,
World
they
Series that year.
Listen, I just know Joe Girardi is the happiest person on the world.
Joe
right now.
Girardi's a crazy manager, and I know he gets a lot of flack from quasi-Yankees fans, but Joe Girardi turned this team, who people didn't think was going to win that much, people were picking them to go under 500, to a team that's, dominant right now. And all the credit goes to the players, but he deserves some credit too, because he's messing with the lineup changes. He's throwing out pitchers.
Yeah, so much work.
It's a lot
to
of
be
work.
a baseball manager.
It's way more work than a basketball head coach. Tyronn Lue showed up in the middle of the season and they won the title.
There's no reason to be disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
So managers, the
The Yankee. When he's wrong, he's right, and he proved it
I'm
tonight.
not
Dude,
gonna lie.
a head coach for basketball doesn't even have to be there. Let's be honest with ourselves. Tyronn Lue showed up in the middle of the season and they still won the title.
Yeah, because they didn't win it with Blatt the year before
He took them to the finals.
and lost. Toronto took him to the finals and did something. no
So
other
by
team
that
had done.
logic,
No,
everybody
Kevin
should
Love
be.
and Kyrie Irving played in the finals.
That's what I'm saying.
the difference
That was a huge difference.
It was
Shut
not,
up.
It was not Tyronn
So
Lue.
before you disrespect baseball managers who have a tough job,
Yo, I'm
If
not
Tyronn Lue was my coach and he tried to scream on me, I'd be like, Iverson, he's gonna
Player,
come step
please.
over you. You better chill.
would you push him down and then step over him?
You better chill for Iverson to come over here.
practice.
Yo,
Practice.
we won that series. It's all good.
Not because of him. It has nothing to do with it.
He was locking Iverson up for the
And
rest
it's
of that
bad
series.
that y'all won, and the only memorable moment is
Yeah, I
getting
just
stepped
stepped
over.
over.
They show him getting
Not the
stepped over,
memorable
then
moment.
Shaq.
The
then Shaq
memorable
and them
moment was
holding
Shaq
up the
having
Kobe.
61 to 18.
All I remember is him getting stepped over, then Shaq and Kobe holding up the. I don't even know how you get from point A to point B.
Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for the betterment of the team.
He shouldn't even been on the podium with them.
Go to the locker room with the
They should have
Sixers.
put his basketball tombstone on the parade floor.
All right, it's not about the Lakers. Speaking of people that shouldn't be on teams, Lonzo Ball cost
Well,
himself.
he shouldn't be on teams.
I'm talking
He
about
didn't cost
LeVar
himself
Ball.
that.
I said LeVar Ball
It's
cost
LeVar.
Lonzo Ball a lot of coins.
I'm undefeated, never lost.
That's what
Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour passed on him.
That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted.
So, how much is LeVar Ball to blame for all of this?
All of it.
I bet like that's what he wanted, because at the end of the day,
He wants
if
a
your
partnership.
father has a brand, or if you have a brand and your son is gonna be
a star,
a star and you can sign your son,
he could be. A
then
star.
he's gonna get. Well, all they're gonna do is if he gets nice, they're either and he signs his son to whatever the Triple B brand is, then
Big baller brand.
yeah, then eventually somebody's gonna either want to partner with them. They're gonna get some type of money from somewhere.
Nope.
Or he's gonna be good and they're gonna sign him anyway. Like, you're just not getting a straight out of thing contract, and that's bad for them, because if he comes out actually playing well, then you're gonna have to pay him more money because he's better.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but
And I feel
it's a short thing if he's better.
What you
Where
mean?
now it's not a short thing.
What you mean it's a short thing? If you sign with them,
If you
for
sign him now,
5 years,
and
$10
he's not
million
good.
for 5 years, then and he's great his first year.
what if
and
he's not?
if he's not, then he's not.
Then
But
they lose money.
yeah, they end up losing money, but chances are he's gonna be put in a situation.
The problem is with
he
this
has
big
the money
baller
to start
man,
his own shoe company now, though. He'll have the money. I mean,
It's very, 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 very.
But
The,
I think they're gonna turn around.
how the
If
Steph
he-
Curry two's doing? He's the best. He was the best player in the league at the time.
Yeah, but
Unless you
that's
do,
not changing
unless
the money
you like
he got
Nike.
for the deal.
No, yeah, but he got that for a deal. Now we're talking about a big baller brand where Nike dominates the market,
Mhm.
and what is it? Adidas helps out a little. Adidas has a nice little share,
yeah.
and Under Armour has.
I think I
the
don't think
most
Adidas is
marketable
that
acronym,
far
I think.
behind Nike. I think I'm saying they,
Nike's not gonna sign him. I think he's
No,
gonna end up with Adidas.
he's not.
or somebody.
Nike doesn't need him, and then he's like,
Nike's
oh, they're
not
gonna wait
gonna
forever
sign
to
him.
come out with a
Nike's
shoe.
not going to sign him because Nike and Under Armour
LeVar's
aren't
the
going to. Nike and Under Armour aren't going to sign him because
LeVar got too big a mouth.
LeVar
Yeah,
called out
athletes.
their athletes.
And they're gonna cost him business. LeVar Ball is gonna cost his son business because nobody's gonna want the big baller brand.
Maybe over the next few months, LeVar Ball say something about Derrick Rose, and then that door will be closed too.
No, that door is not. It's not gonna close any
Wait,
door
what-
'cause
what,
Derrick Rose is not gonna do anything for your brand right now, unless you're selling suits.
Tom Ford model.
I'm just saying he has to like he marketed himself very well, which is selfish. He shouldn't be marketing himself. He should market his kids, but he stepped the line too far. If he would have pushed a little bit and then stopped, all these companies would have signed Lonzo, and then Lonzo would have had even more money, and then you could try to push off the big baller brand from that. But he doesn't have foresight. What he has is
Like what
what
LeBron
I have.
James did.
Exactly. What he has is right here, right now. Oh, my son deserves this because he was good at UCLA. No, that's not how you do it. You go through the steps. Michael Jordan signed with Nike first, and then Michael Jordan moved off to be the biggest shoe brand. Even now, he's the most marketable basketball player.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even play. So, if he really wants to push his big baller brand, which I think is his MO, it's not about what's the best interest for Lonzo. He needs to push what's best for Lonzo first, and then push the big baller brand. He has another son. If Lonzo's great,
Two.
yeah, he has two other sons. If Lonzo's great, push the big baller brand on the second son.
Yo, that's true though.
But these guys, they're not market savvy. They don't understand.
His thing is his thing is, if everyone else is going to exploit my son, why is it bad when I try to exploit him?
Because he's exploiting him without giving him any money.
Valid.
If I'm gonna be exploited, I need a paycheck.
But I think eventually Lonzo's gonna have to tell his father, like,
You gotta back off that. But how do you speak to your
you
father? You know.
yo, I'm not gonna front. You costing me millions, yo.
Yeah.
I'm talk to you like I talk to anybody else that's costing me millions. Excuse me, brother. Out of my way.
Back up. I give you a little slice, but you gotta shut up for that slice.
Hey, look, take this $3 million. Out of this 15, I'm about to get shut up.
Like the guy from Cool Runnings when he was singing in Cool Runnings. I'll give you $1 to shut up.
LeVar, if you're watching this show, which I doubt you are because you only care about yourself, stay out of Lonzo's way. Lonzo has the makings of a true star.
And he averaged 3 points a game in college.
I did it.
One more than you.
Just remember that, guys. You know.
I'll never buy Big Baller.
That's what I'm saying. None of us would. Nobody's buying Big
I'd
Baller
rather wear
brand.
Starberries.
Right? Them, Shaqs with the Payless shoes. They're not, nobody's buying those, man. Gotta be Nike. And how much he charging Big Baller brand stuff, too? Probably the same amount Nike is.
I don't know. He don't charge anybody because he's the only one that wear it.
I'm wearing Big Baller brand.
He sold -5 T-shirts.
He gave away 5 T-shirts. Put that on 1,000,000 T-shirts and give them away.
Yo. Now it's time for Are You?
Whoa. We robbing a fool.
Oh, what's wrong? Yeah, Robin.
All right, I'm not going to rob a fool. We're going to save that for the live show. I want to talk about the NBA draft and also, the NFL draft outrating the NBA draft. I love the NBA. I come out as an NBA hater, but this is playoffs we talking about, guys. NFL's huge. It's king. I understand that. But this is the playoffs we talking about, guys. Watch the playoffs. It's entertaining. Basically, that's all I have to say.
My thing about it, all right, my take on that, sorry for it. But my take on that is, you got to understand something, though. When you say NFL versus NBA, it's kind of unfair.
Right now, yeah.
No, not even. Just NFL is supply and demand. I'm going to sit on a Sunday and watch the NFL.
Mm-hmm. They own a day.
If basketball came out once a week, I think they'd be more.
Yeah,
they might not have the same. They might not even out with the NFL, but they'd be higher up because they'd be like, all right, this is my day for NBA. I'm not doing anything else. That's why the NFL does have better ratings. It's just basketball is like, all right, if I miss game 1 of the playoffs, I'll watch game 2.
You were a Wade fan. Did you see all of Wade's games?
No.
I'm a Knicks fan. I didn't see all the Knicks games. Have you seen all the Lakers games?
No. They don't even come on TV.
It's the same thing where where we watch every single NFL game. I understand the supply and demand of it. It's only 16 games. It's the only sport that leaves you wanting more. At the end of the NBA Finals, I could say we were all satisfied. I could have not had basketball for another month.
And then the NFL.
I understand that.
And the NFL is the only season. Not NFL. NFL is not the only one, but NFL is one of those games where it's like, if my team would have just made this play, we could have been in the championship.
Yeah, it's a Cinderella story.
We could have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I'm not mad at the NFL for having better, because it's once a week, and it's like, it's not always, to me, like people get mad when I say this, but it's not always the best team wins. It's the team that
best
executes.
that night.
Yeah, the best execution wins, and that's not necessarily always the best overall team.
Like the Falcons, because they was clearly the better
team. Man.
Yeah, so
they made a lot of mistakes that game.
NFL gives the underdog more room to
chance.
Become champion, whereas basketball is like,
you gotta be
after 7 games, even if you were the underdog, you're clearly better than the other team.
Yeah.
Unless it goes 7 and you hit a lucky shot. Miami in 2013.
Cleveland last year.
Yeah, but nah, they won in 6, right?
They won in 7 last year.
They won in 7.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I just want to say real quick. I love the NBA. We're not NBA haters. Their favorite sports NBA. If your favorite sports NBA, it's your favorite sport. I know people whose favorite sport is hockey. I just do that to
friends with them.
Yeah, I just do this to bust they shop. Just NFL's king right now, and 100 years from now they might not be. Just like MLB was king 100 years ago.
With all these rules changes, they might not even be second.
Yeah, you never know. So, Fred, that's the end of Robbing a Fool, where I robbed Shaq last week, and the NFL robbed the NBA of their playoff audience this week.
And now it's time.
I robbed Shaq for his segment last week.
Oh, man.
Now it's time for Are You Dead Ass? Are You Dead Ass? Number 5. Number 5. The reason that Bryce Harper is going to be a Yankee next year.
Barbecue
Look
chicken.
at this first pitch. of this Washington
Don't do
Nationals
that.
game.
She is excited, too.
She is very excited. Oh, I love that. Oh,
yeah.
she threw it
That-
right in
that
his
right
face.
Horrible.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very
Horrible.
attracted. Is she single? Please give me your number.
How old is she?
I don't care. That was the
my
most.
God.
That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
We're going to get a check on that. I'm going to hope she's at least 18. Number 4.
Oh. If she's at least 18, that's a disclaimer there.
Number 4. The Chicago Bears. You know, certain things I just don't get. Signing Jay Cutler to so many years and then releasing him. And then this draft pick is like, what are the Chicago Bears actually doing? Like, are you dead ass with this pick? Mitchell Trubisky would have probably still been available at 9.
You know,
He would have been there definitely at 3.
He'd have definitely been. He would have been there all the way up to 12.
you know this is a risky thing you're doing here, right? Because if he turns out to have a great season,
I'll-
you're gonna be on Are You Dead Ass?
Do it. That's amazing. We're gonna keep it.
Yeah, keep it. Please keep it.
As soon as he gets his first win, week 1, we throwing that out there.
7 touchdowns, no interceptions. Fred,
Are you dead ass?
Yeah, Cam Newton did that the first year and didn't make the playoffs.
True.
Number
Look at him now.
True, look at him now. Number 3, Andre Roberson's free throw shooting versus the Houston Rockets.
He's at home.
This is literally the reason why the OKC lost the series. Shut up.
I think that was
3 for 21 in the entire series. You got the Rockets bench like, are you dead ass? You can't be a wing and not hit free throws. You just can't be a wing and not hit free throws.
Yes, you can.
I blame
43% in the regular season as a wing player. Like, name a guard that can't hit free throws.
I blame Billy Donovan for this.
Why'd
He
you-
should have taken him out the game.
Hey,
should've.
and B, he probably doesn't hit free throws at a good clip because he doesn't shoot a lot.
Yeah, it's all
Why?
Russell
Because
Westbrook.
the shots are all focused on the one man on OKC.
And
They should
here's
change their
where
name
we
to
move.
OKC Westbrooks.
They should.
And just get a bunch of guys with mohawks.
No, they should change their initials from OKC Westbrooks to MVP Westbrooks.
You mean
Championship
T.O.
less.
Westbrooks.
Number 2, Giannis, you're a great basketball player, but I need you to not play golf ever again in your entire
Why
life.
do guys that's that tall not get taller clubs?
You would think.
What is that?
Joink.
Let's watch it again.
Doink.
Doink.
Almost
Doink.
as bad as Charles Barkley.
Giannis,
I don't think no.
do not quit your J job. You are so good at that.
Job at all. Only certain people are good at every sport,
Me.
like Odell Beckham.
And me.
And Bernard, and Fred, and Rob.
And finally, the New York Mets.
The New York, are you dead
Are
ass?
you dead ass? 23 runs versus 5 runs.
Mr.
Guess
I
who
don't
had
need
5
MRI.
runs?
The New York heavy bags.
These are the same fans. Well, we've been to a World Series more recently than you guys. Shut up, you got swept. Oh, the Mets are so good. We're the kings of New York. Please tell me how. I mean, you guys had one good season. 23 runs? I don't care if Syndergaard got hurt. You got to have more pride than that.
It's a home run number.
Are
They're the
you
New York
dead
heavy bags.
ass?
Look at Syndergaard. He only pitched 1 and 3rd innings.
He got hurt.
That's insane.
You
Yeah.
got hurt.
Well, he was like, "Oh, I don't need an MRI." 2 days ago. Clearly, you
And
did.
Today he did. Because he's out. He's on
Clearly.
10-day DL. So-
Like everyone else in the league. What's up with all these DLs? It's crazy. Miguel Cabrera, Madison Bumgarner. Madison Bumgarner deserves a whole "Are you dead ass?"
He deserves that. The first part of his name is exactly what he is. for
He's
doing
mad. He's mad bum.
that. Yeah, I'm going to work on my
Fred, what's up with our
ability to
live?
not
What,
curse.
what's up with our live show, bro?
Saturday, 2:00 p.m.
May 6th.
It's May 6, 2017.
Be there. Or
Be there,
square.
please,
2
guys.
o'clock. What is it, 2 o'clock, 2:30?
2:00.
2 o'clock. We're gonna have a whole array of topics that we have for you,
Y'all, I don't want y'all to think I was asking for y'all. I didn't know what time I had to be.
guys. Honestly, we're gonna have a whole array of topics. It's gonna be us completely uncut. Me and Fred
Oh,
are
nah,
gonna
I
do
can't
our
be too
best
on
not
that.
to curse.
Apparently.
We're gonna do our best not to curse. But we're gonna try to do our best, man. We're gonna have some of Fred's "Are You Dead Ass" segments, some of Rob's rants, some of Rob's Rob Robbing a fool. Bernard's gonna eventually get a segment. This is gonna be great, guys.